He's Stonebraker and he does stuff, yeah. Feel the hum of the wheels out there. Not perfect, but he dares to dream. Hit that subscribe, make that bell scream.
Whoa! Wait, what is that?
I just dreamed.
For a moped style e-bike with 20 by 4 inch tires, and it appeared. What in the world? Would you look at that? All right, YouTube, my wish came true. Thank you, Jeannie, Aladdin, Samantha from Bewitched. I don't know who did it, but magically appeared. This is the Revr 5 Pro 20 by 4 e-bike. This is a perfect little bike for city, trails, off-road. Let's go ahead and take a look at the bike a little bit more in depth. So the first thing I want to let you guys know is this bike does come with a 750 watt Bafang motor. It has dual suspension. You can see the spring there. And then also you've got the suspension there. So suspension in the back, that's really going to help when you guys hit the bumps, everything like that. It does have a 7-speed Shimano tourney down there. Pretty standard. We've got a back fender, plastic, which is what I prefer. Just makes it a little less noisy. We've got hydraulic brakes on 160 millimeter rotors on the back and also the front. It also comes with a unique, to say the least, moped style seat. If you're a kid in the 70s or 80s, maybe you had a seat like this on your bike. Well, Revr has brought it back, and I've got to give it credit. I had my doubts about a moped style seat. There, it's really comfortable. It's actually got some really nice threading there. I don't know what it is, but for a moped style seat, I give it a thumbs up. This bike with the battery, this is a 48 volt and 18 amp hour battery. Revr says you can get like 80 miles. Obviously, it depends on how you ride, how much you weigh, much pedal assist you use, things like that. Realistically, most people are probably going to get 35, 40 miles. I don't think that would be an issue. It does come with pedals that have little grips on them. So I always like when you do see the pedals that have these little grips here. It just keeps your feet on a little bit. You don't have to worry about anything slipping. And then as we go to the front here, one of the things I like about the bike, besides the collar, I mean, fantastic collar, kind of matches the leaves right here, so really blends in. I like the lighter brown. I believe this bike is actually called camouflage brown. You can see this plate right here with the camouflage. You could actually take this out if you want, but I think it adds a little bit of decor to it. Looks nice. But I like the light color brown. Blends in with the seat. And then we're gonna go up to the cockpit here. The grips. I like the collar. It has the ergonomic right there for your palms. Really comfortable. No issues with that whatsoever. And then we get to the main part of it, the screen and the control panel. I had just received a new bike with the same controls. Absolutely love it. Very simple. You can see plus right there, minus, pedal assist up, pedal assist down, and the power button. Only 3 buttons. Very simple to use. And then it has my favorite screen. You can see there. You hit the power button, you can switch between miles, you can check your voltage, the time, and then there's the miles right there, I should say. So one of the reasons I like this is because you can go through the settings and you can see how many voltage you have left on a battery. That is a great way to see how much battery life you have. Fantastic. And then we come over here to the front of the bike. But before I do that, just take a look at those tires. Those are 20 by 4 Kenda tires, moped style. Go up to 30 psi, and you can see the walls of the tire matching the seat. Again, just like an aspect that I really like. It just goes together really good. It makes the bike stand out. Nothing wrong with just black tires, but this is the first bike that I've had that's got the outer walls like that, so I really like it. And then of course we talked about the 160 millimeter rotors, the hydraulic brakes, and then the plastic fender. And I want to talk about this oversized headlight. So I did take this bike out last night a little bit just to kind of explore a little bit and get a hang of it. I put it together last night, and this headlight is fantastic. Hopefully during this video I'll be able to show you guys a little bit of night riding. But it is huge, and it is really bright. Bright along the edges. This right here is really bright. I don't know the specifics, but I do know that this is the best headlight that I've ever had on an e-bike. Another thing I liked is the front tire. Very simple to put together. The quick release. So basically just undo this, put this through that, tighten it, make sure everything's good to go. Had no problems putting on the front tire, which is really rare for me, so that's another addition I like. And then you get up here to the suspension. I mean, it does have a front fork. I don't know really what you can do with this. I'm not sure if you can lock it in or lock it out. I haven't messed with that, but I have noticed there is a lot of give to it. So the suspension is really good, and of course that back suspension works out as well. The one thing that I did do that did not come on the bike, just because I had seen some people online kind of talk about it, is if you've watched my videos, I am not a fan of a hunched back aggressive riding style. I like more of an upright. Small bike like this, you know, you're kind of cramped a little bit, but I did buy, well, I can't say I bought because I had one. I did go ahead and put a handlebar extender on here. So if you're like me and you like more of an upright, you know, spend 20, 25 bucks, buy one of these, brings up your handlebars just a little bit, makes it just a little bit easier. So again, not a huge deal, but if you're like me, spend 20 bucks, really comfortable. I was actually surprised how comfy this bike is. And then I did mention 7-speed Shimano. You know, you're going to see that on all your bikes. Bike came really great assembled. I'll probably talk about that later in the video. Derailleur was fine. Did not need to make any adjustments. So with this battery also, you put a key on the other side, you can pull it out. So I was worried to charge the battery and then charge the bike, I'd have to have it connected, which you don't. You can take the battery off. So it comes with a 2 amp hour charger. So 18-hour battery, 2 amp hour. My 7th grade math skills says that'll take about 9 hours. So it probably took 8-9 hours fully charged. Also comes with a brake light back here. So let's kind of just show that a little bit. Riding it last night, it was really nice and really bright, so no issues with that. Another thing that might appeal to some people is there's some spots back here that I don't have them, but it comes with pegs. So you got kids, ex-wives, ex-lovers, nosy neighbors, put your pegs on. You can fit 2 people on here. Now it is a little crunched, I will say that, but it is possible. So this bike shipped super quick. I got it less than 6 days from the time I got a tracking number. Revr did send it to me for review, but these are my thoughts, 100% honest. I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything. And the bike also has a 2-year warranty. So bike currently is on sale. This normally is a $1,000 bike. It is on sale as I'm recording this, $799. I've put maybe 12 miles on it so far, and 100% honesty, I'm impressed. This is not my style of bike. If you've watched my channel, I like the bigger bikes. I like being upright. This is a little more crunched, but pretty comfy. Enough of me talking. Revr says, and I believe the company's Revr, some people call it Revr, some people call it Revr, but they are really indicating that this bike is a multi-purpose bike. You've already seen it, you know, hopefully you've seen it on trails. You're going to see a little bit of it at night with the headlight. And this bike is good for off-roading because it does have the knobby tires. They're not crazy knobby, but definitely some knob action. So I think this bike would really do good on some light off-roading, and that's exactly what we're gonna do. So enough of me talking. All right, here we go. First time on the Revr V5 Pro moped style e-bike. And as I've mentioned, this is not typically my style of bike. I prefer the big 26x4, 20x4, more bicycle style. So this is my first experience with a moped style bike. I gotta say right now, in pedal assist 1, it's nice. So it's got a banana style seat. So the seat is something that I thought I probably would absolutely hate, but I really like the upright position, and this definitely is more of a crunched in position. I was really worried that I was gonna feel like I was hunched over, but this $20 stem completely eliminated it, and it is, as far as the hunched over feeling, it is not an issue at all. So I've just been going real slow here on pedal assist 1. I'm back at the Sugar Creek Trail, so this is the closest trail to me that I can ride on right now until we get some confirmation this week about my local trail. So this bike, pedal assist 1, I've been riding about 9.5 miles an hour. Hello. So I will say, if you're like me, this is a little bit of an adjustment, because I do feel like I'm a little cramped up, and you cannot get the full leg extension, obviously, but it's not bad. You get on it, you ride it for a little bit, and it, your body gets used to it. So I've been on pedal assist 1. Let's go to 2. And I will say, this thing does have a nice amount of torque. I couldn't get the exact amount, but when you change it and you get that pedal going on, the twisting of the crank, once the crank moves, it does go pretty good. So we're gonna take it to, I'm in gear 5, pedal assist 2, a lot of ghost pedaling, so let's just take it to gear 7. So if this is a bike where like you think you want to get on it and get the greatest exercise and things like that, you're probably not gonna get that on this bike. But in the 7 miles that I've put on it, like, it is a nice little, treat it like, a lot of people I can see treating this like a little motorcycle with the throttle. You can get up to 28 miles per hour, as I probably talked about. But let's go ahead and pass these people here, and we'll continue. They're gonna let me pass here. So pedal assist 2, you can see right there, just under 15 miles an hour. I can pedal with it, no problem. So this is probably the sweet spot if you're someone that's looking for a moped style bike and you don't want to just do ghost pedaling nonstop. I would recommend pedal assist 2, gear 7. You have to keep up a little bit, but it's not anything crazy. And I gotta say, these are 20x4 fat inch tires. I really like the look at it, so I kind of showed you guys a little bit of the bike, what it looks like. Revr was kind enough to send this to me, and there were 2 collars. There was a black, which looked pretty cool, but you guys know my opinion on black bikes. Not a big fan. I like bikes that kind of stand out. And I saw this collar. So when they sent me this bike and I opened the box up and I looked inside and I saw it was like this, I think they call it camouflage brown. To me, it's kind of got like it's definitely brown, but like with the contrasting brownish yellow with the darker seat and then the yellow frame. Kind of reminds me of like a Werther's Original, which is a great candy. So I really like the look of it. I do like the grips as well, the collar, the grips, and then of course around the edges of the tires, they've kind of got that brown color as well. So really makes the bike stand out, and super smooth. Like, I really, I was a little hesitant when I was told that they were going to be sending me this bike. They have a few other bikes. I was hoping it would be one of the big bikes that I'm used to. But now that I've got this and I've ridden it for just about 8 miles, yeah, I can't really say anything crazy bad about it. I think the price, I looked at some of the other prices on bikes like this. Some of these bikes can get really expensive. And this bike normally is $1,000. It's currently on sale for $799. The shipping was extremely fast. I actually got it 6 days after they gave me a tracking number, so it wasn't even a whole week. That might be the fastest I've ever got a bike, so kudos to Revr. And I do pronounce this Rev. I do think it's pronounced Revr. I've heard Revr, I've heard Revr. So if you're watching this video and you know the exact way to pronounce the name of the company, let me know. This bike also with the banana seat, it's wide enough, or long enough I should say, that you can technically fit 2 people on here. It comes with pegs, which is pretty nice. I don't have these on here right now, but I'll probably put them on a little bit later today. So yeah, I mean, if you're, I think it would be good for an adult and a kid. If you're 2 full-size adults, probably be a little cramped. But I could definitely see like a dad and a young child, or 2 teenagers riding it. I think this is perfect. I mean, I think it would be perfect for a teenager. If you're like me though, and you like the leg extensions, if you like black cats, that hopefully is a good sign for this video. Hi, kitty. But like if you're like me and you like being able to extend your leg all the way, definitely not going to do this. You're not going to be able to do that on this bike. The hydraulic brakes work good as well. I put this together in about an hour. Probably would have been a little bit quicker, but the headlight, I had never had an e-bike that the installation was like this was. There's nothing in the book. That's one thing I will say is in the manual, there's nothing in the manual about how to install the headlight. But luckily I found a YouTube video, which was amazing. And once I found that YouTube video, super simple. The bike's probably 90% assembled when you buy it. This bike seems like it would be perfect if you're looking for something to ride in town. Hydraulic brakes, like I said, the brakes are good. You're gonna get a stopping power. And let me just kind of show you guys real quick here. If I go flying over the bike because the brakes are so good and I break my neck, give me a thumbs up. I will comment from the hospital, but let's just kind of see what we can do with the brakes here. Oh yeah, you hear that? Absolutely stopped really quick. Hello. So with the V5 Pro, it actually comes unlocked as a Class 3. I know the previous bike, the V5, you had to unlock it, and it seemed to be, there's, not super difficult, but there's some steps to unlock it. This bike, out of the box, you're going to be able to go to full speed, 28 miles an hour. Throttle also goes 28 miles an hour, which is really nice. This is a super simple, not a lot of buttons. If you can't understand these buttons, then maybe you need a pair of glasses, because these are probably the simplest control panel I've ever seen. And with this having an 18 amp hour battery, if I was to ride on like this pedal assist 2, I could easily see myself getting 45 miles, and that's legit. I've done range tests on all the bikes that I've had, and this pedal assist 2 is where it's at, so I don't think there would be any issue at all with getting that type of miles. Obviously, it's going to depend on your weight, how you ride, and stuff like that, but I don't think there's going to be a real issue with that at all. So, plenty of miles. And you do have that dual suspension in the back as well, which I can feel it. I've, going over this bridge right here, you're not super roughing it, but you can feel it, and you can feel the springs back there. So yeah, definitely comfortable. And I didn't think I was going to find any comfort on this. I would definitely recommend, as I talked about though, getting the, if you can afford $20, buy this stem extender. It's going to allow your handlebars to come up a little bit. Or if you're someone that does like the more aggressive hunched over style, just completely ignore what the hell I just said and leave it as is. This e-bike has a whole lot going on for it, and with it currently being on sale for $799, if you're someone that is looking for a moped style e-bike, yeah, I don't really think you could go wrong with this. You could probably spend a little bit more money or a lot bit more money and get pretty similar to what you're getting for $800 on this bike. And here we are at the end of the trail. So as I talked about, let's go ahead, and I'm gonna hit these brakes again just to show you guys how good these brakes are. I'm gonna act like this is a cliff, like on Back to the Future. Oh my God, we're gonna go off the train track. No, we're not. We're gonna save the day. So you guys heard the brakes as well. Let me go ahead and And again, with this one, I can actually touch the ground, which is weird because I prefer being high up in the air where my feet can't touch. Pedal assist 3. So on this bike, pedal assist 3, let's see what kind of speeds we can get. I have a feeling we're going to be about 19 and a half. There's a squirrel that about caused me to wreck. Let's go ahead and go back on this trail here, or this bridge, I should say. We're going to slow down just a little bit. All right, now that we're coming up here, let's bump it up to pedal assist 4. Hello. And let's see what we can do here on pedal assist 4. Again, at this point, it's just pure ghost pedaling. And pedal assist 4, about 24 and a half. And I will say the bike, I believe it's 86 pounds. Now, 86 pounds, but it might just be because I'm used to the bigger bikes that are just a little wider and longer and a little bit more awkward. My other bikes are about 85 pounds, and for some reason this bike does not feel 85 pounds. I can pick it up, I can move it around, I can lift up the back. It's just, I think maybe just the way they have the weight proportioned in it. Yeah, very simple, and it's a light 85 pounds, if that makes any sense. I had no problem getting it on my rack, no problem getting it off of the rack, and it fit absolutely perfect on the rack as well. Now this is like perfect fall weather, going 26 miles per hour on an e-bike on a trail covered in leaves falling in my face. We're at 27, 27.2. We're kind of going uphill just a little bit. I know it can, there we go, 28. So 28 pedal, giving it hardly anything. In fact, again, just ghost pedaling. The throttle can also hit that. So yeah, I'm really impressed with this bike. I did tell myself that, you know, when I do these reviews on these bikes, I'm going to be 100% honest. I'm not going to come out and just say things to say things. My honest opinion on this bike is if you're looking for a moped style bike, if you like unique colors and you like relatively cheap bikes for what you're getting, I mean, for 800 bucks, they've packed in a lot on this bike with the hydraulic brakes. You get a big battery, you know, 18 amp hour. I assumed bikes like this had smaller batteries. You know, 18 is a nice size battery. You're getting a dual suspension. They're giving you pegs for your buddies to ride with you. You're getting a cool screen, very easy to read. You're not getting one of those little black and white ones that just looks terrible. You're getting these ergonomic grips, hydraulic brakes. You're getting fat tires, which are great, and they're cool looking fat tires. So as far as this Revr 5 Pro, great bike. I should have a discount down below in the comments. So if you're wanting to purchase this bike, follow that link. You know, you'll save a little bit of money. I also think that the sale right now for $7.99, I don't think it's a permanent thing. So if you're seeing this, go to the website, pick it up if it's still on sale, use my link down there. But yeah, so this is basically the Revr bike on a standard Indiana trail. Super smooth, but this bike is designed for more than just trails like this, paved trails. Revr says that this is a great bike to go off-roading. I don't have a lot of off-roading spots, but you know what? Let's test that out. 3, 2, 1. So we are taking off on the Revr 5 Pro. Off-road, city, trail, do a little bit of everything bike, and I hope you like legs because you're gonna see my knees today. Again, it's a smaller bike. They say it's designed for people 5'2" to 6'2". Unfortunately, I'm like 5'8", so I'm kind of right in the middle. I ride it comfortably. It's not like I'm hitting my knees or anything, but I would probably say like if you're 6 foot and above, it may be a little uncomfortable. Not much, but as a 5'8" person, it's just about at the breaking point of where I would feel comfortable, and believe it or not, I do feel comfortable on this bike. And it's doing great on gravel. I mean, I'm just on pedal assist 1, just relaxing. Let's bump it up to 2. And this gravel, you guys probably can't see it, but this is not like really crunched up gravel. There's a lot of big rocks that stick up and stuff, and there's a lot of sticks and crap on it. So definitely a little more of an aggressive gravel than what we're typically used to on the channel. But absolutely no issues at all. Yeah, starting to gain some speed going downhill here. And again, this is not something, there's some big rocks right there, wow. But again, this is not something that really I'm usually comfortable with. See right here, hit some big rocks and no problem at all with the bike. But you know, this is not something that I'm usually comfortable with. This is not what I like to ride on, anything like that. But if I can handle this, I think anybody can handle this. Pretty nice back here, I gotta say, shaded, and you got some leaves and some little walnuts everywhere. Oh yeah, a lot of big rocks. These are some of the biggest rocks I have ever seen on a gravel road, and they definitely are a little pointy, so that looked like a trail, but it looked like a little muddy, so I don't want to go down there. You know, I don't know where this is going to take us. But we'll keep riding. Let's go ahead and get on the grass again, just again show you guys. Just pedaling here, you can see I'm not throttling. It's got a motorcycle twist throttle on the right hand side. 28 throttle, 28 pedaling miles per hour. We're gonna go pedal assist 2. See where this takes us here. I feel like I'm on some secret entrance to like a forbidden land or a drug dealer's house, one of the two. Hopefully it's the forbidden land. And do we turn left here? Okay, okay. All right. I guess we go left here, okay. I do think I'd need to tighten the LED screen right there. I don't think that's something that I did. It is a little wobbly. Oh yeah, hit something big there. So with these leaves, I don't know if there's like big rocks underneath it, or if we're gonna run in any like tree roots or dead bodies or anything. I guess that adds a little bit of excitement to the ride here. Definitely a lot of little bumps and stuff. All right, we're gonna keep on keeping on here. But this bad boy has no problem handling the terrain we're on right now. We're gonna keep on keeping on it. But yeah, hopefully you guys are having a good Saturday. It's like 4 p.m. maybe my time. Not for sure. I can't really look at my phone, but it's I see where we're going here now. But yeah, about mid-afternoon on a Saturday, it's perfect weather, like amazing. I don't know how many more days like this we're gonna get. I don't think you can ask for much better weather the first week of October than almost, like 85, 86 degrees. And I read something today that basically said we've got about 4 weeks left of, I don't want to say daylight, but in 4 weeks it'll be dark out about 5:30. So yeah, videos will slow down a little bit. I'm gonna throw that out there. I'll post a video every now and then, if we have a nice weather day, but videos are gonna slow down. I'm gonna slow down because it's dark all the time and I'm an old man. You know what? I don't know if I remember how to get out of this, to be completely honest with you. This is cool though. A little muddy right here, not too bad actually, but definitely getting some mud on the tires, as the country song used to say. We're gonna go up this hill. Let's bump it up to 4. Let's pedal, let's get up this hill. Man, this is a big hill. I don't know if we're gonna make it. Oh, and it's all rocky. Oh yeah, this is definitely testing it. Is it gonna make it? I think it is. Wow. So I'm impressed. It's handling the off-road. It's getting a little more off-road here, but it handled it really well. And see if we can make it back here. Oh, awesome, just right where we were. So yeah guys, so this was the Revr 5 Pro little off-road test. Not crazy off-road, but fantastic. It handled the gravel great. It handled the hill great. And speaking of a hill, let's go down this little grass hill here. Take a look at it. Oh yeah. I'm impressed. It handled right there, just hit a big bump. It handled fantastic on the trail earlier. It's handled fantastic on the gravel and a little bit of off-road here. Let's go ahead and I want to show you guys a little bit more of this. So, if that genie is still around that popped this bike up, if you could go ahead and let's go to the next part in 3, 2, 1. Throttling only right here. We've reached 19 miles. I think I probably put 14 on it today for the video. But this is one of those bikes that the more I ride it, like, you really do get comfortable on it. And I didn't think that would happen. The seat kind of scared me at first, but put a few miles on it and very comfortable. But yeah, no issues at all, guys. So I'm gonna say, if you're in the market for a bike like this, like, I know there's a lot of similar bikes like this out there that are a lot more expensive. For the features that you're getting on this bike, with it currently being $800, you're getting a good battery too. I mean, easily. If you ride pedal, obviously if you do like I'm doing now, you're not gonna get that many miles, but there's a car behind me. But if you're gonna do like pedal assist too, 14 miles an hour, I don't think you'd have any problem getting over 40 miles. Probably more than that as well. So yeah, this is the Revr 5 Pro. Again, $800. If you're interested in it, I'll have my little link down below. You'll maybe even save some money. I'll make $1 million or something like that. I don't know how it works. But this was my honest review. I'm glad they sent me this bike. I'm happy to have it. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, to be honest with you. We'll see. I may see if my niece wants it. I may see if my sister wants it. But all right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and end the video. If you like this, hit that subscribe button. I think we've got 525 subs. Leave a comment, like. If you have any questions about this bike, let me know. I'll probably have a few more videos this week on it, just trying to get some content out for this bike. But yeah, 100% honest. If you're looking for this type of bike, I don't think you could do wrong with $800 on this bike. If you're like me and you're a little hesitant on a bike like this, $800, again, I don't think you could go wrong. Great on trails, long range, off-roading, commuting, night riding, comfort. You can put your kids on the back, use the pegs, do wheelies. I can't do wheelies because I'm an old man, but if you can, do them. But yeah, guys, thanks for spending your time helping me waste my time, and I'll see you in the next one.